Hey, good morning, guys. This is Stephen Howard, my dog Yucca, and Rio. Sitting here by the fire. Lori's in the bedroom on her phone this morning. We're just having morning coffee. I've been nitpicking at our fully flowered plant. This is Lori's plant, and she put a lot of effort and a lot of love into this plant, and we've been flowering for about 4 weeks now. There's about 2 weeks to go, and really pretty flowers on this plant. It has a lot of potential. There's also a Gorilla Glue or a hybrid of some kind over there, and that's about a month behind. So end of October probably for that one. Rio, can you stop whining? Go lay down in Mama's bed. Go. Come on. In the Mama's bed. Come on, Yucca. I'm doing the videos. Go on. Go lay down. So, I wanted to talk about what's been going on lately. There's been a thing in a lot of the readings that I've been worried about, and they're talking about a mold. They're talking about some sort of growth in the dark and something that you can't control, and that you have to do something about it, but at the same time you have to let it go. In other words, you can be proactive about things in your life like mold, and we happen to have a mold problem downstairs in the basement. And so I sprayed it all down with bleach, and I got the mold to start dying. However, it's still down there. There's still a moisture problem. There's still a lot of supplies down there. And you can't do everything yourself. So if you're in a predicament where you can't do this by yourself, you're either physically unable, you're hurt, there's something that's making you unable to perform to the duties that you need to address right now. What you need to do is you need to delegate, ask for help. If you're in a financial bind and you're realizing that you're not very far off, but there's a few $100s that are missing, and it's just because of our finances, the way things work every month. You might be behind this time, you might be ahead next time. And so don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to you gotta sometimes lower your we all want to do it by ourselves. We all want to be self-sufficient. We all are hoping for that, and being self-sufficient is very important because it helps other people because they don't have to help. So you got to make sure that you're open and ready to receive. You're open, ready to receive help. You're open and ready to receive what the universe has in store for you. You've worked really, really hard on things. You've made things look really wonderful around here. You've done the work. You've put the time in. It's a real home. It works. But there's a mold problem in the basement. So whatever's egging you in your life and you're like, damn, I got everything done. I'm doing great. We're headed into fall. I need some rest, but everything's done. And I need to rest my body. And then all of a sudden you have this problem or these things that have to be addressed, and you can't physically do it yourself or can't do all of it. Ask for help. Ask for help. If you can't make it financially right now, ask for help, and it's gonna come back. By next year, you'll never have to ask for help. By next year, if you stick to your financial plan and you do the things that you're supposed to do, you won't have to ask for help. You You'll probably have a new vehicle. You'll probably have a down payment for a piece of land or a house or a trailer. There'll be a lot of things that will come to you all of a sudden, and it's going to happen within the next 3 to 4 months. So you have to be patient because we've already waited a year. We've already been through a year, and we're like, when is divine timing going to happen? When am I going to be finally vindicated from this situation? When am I going to finally show, that I was right all along, and the things that I predicted over a year ago on this channel are going to come true. They're going to come true. Do you have anything to say about that? You want to say something? No? Okay, can you get off the coffee table? Off of it? Sorry. You talk to me? You're going to talk to our fans? No, just tail talk? Do you have stage fright? I love dogs. A lot of people don't love dogs as much as I love dogs, but I could live 24/7. I absolutely love dogs. When I wake up in the morning, I'm excited to see them like they are me. There's a funny joke. You can lock your girlfriend and lock your dog in a closet for about an hour and go do some stuff and come back, and you open the door, and the dog will be happy to see you. So anyway, that was a joke. Probably not a very good one. We're doing great up here. We're entering the fall season. It's late September, early October coming in. October 1st is in a couple days. A neighbor of ours had a elk kill by bow, and so we're going over on Saturday sometime to have a barbecue and enjoy local hospitality and our neighbors. And living up here is very, very different. It takes a lot of work, a lot of your time. It takes a lot of fortitude and bravery. We live in bear country, and it's in the fall, and the bears need to fatten up. And the bears that we've been recording in our area are about 750 pounds. Some of them have offspring, yearlings with them. And so it's very dangerous for us and the dogs. Keep the door locked at all times. Try and keep food, garbage at bay, and try and keep your area as clean as possible, and no traces of human waste or any other things like dog food, pet food. There's a lot of things that are considered bear attractant. So living up here, we have to be kind of on edge with that. And we are looking forward to winter. It should be here pretty soon, in about 2 months, and we get our first snow. So we're getting prepared, finishing up our wood. I have a list of things to do before winter: propane tanks and extra socks, and we're going to Goodwill today to look for some extra sweatpants and clothing and stuff like that. Laundry day today, pay the phone bill, do the errands, and I got a couple fun things that I'm going to try and get done. And yesterday I did an end of season cleaning on one of my kayaks. So I scrubbed it all down inside and out with a scrubby sponge, some nice smelling soap, and the boat is super clean. It's a boat that I found that was by a dumpster in Missoula, and it was left in a pile of leaves. And I took the boat, and it was full of mud and crap, and I pressure washed all that all out. And I started looking, and I'm like, well, this is a really nice kayak. It's just been left to, rot. And I scrubbed it all down and cleaned it all up, and it looks like a completely different boat. So if you're broke, if you're poor, and you want nice things, then you have to find them for really cheap, find them for free, find them for trade, and then scrub them down and clean them up and put protectant on them and make them look as good as they can. I find Warner paddles, that yellow paddle up there, I found for $20 at a yard sale last couple weeks ago on the weekend. And it's a $400 paddle. So just knowing your products in your head and knowing the things that you like and the things of value. And a lot of people have stuff laying around that they don't necessarily know what they have. And then they're trying to get rid of it just to make space. So keep your eyes open for stuff like that. And you can really come up on some things that you really enjoy and appreciate. The final thing I wanted to talk about is pretty deep and heavy. I had a good friend. I met him about a couple weeks before an incident, and he ended up becoming my friend and my landlord, and then he got incarcerated and went off to prison, and is going to be there for a while. I think it's like 5 to 7 years of a potential 15-year sentence. I have another friend that got into trouble before I got back up here, and he got incarcerated as well, and it was something over like a domestic violence kind of situation. I just recently had a friend that has been incarcerated on a large drug thing, and he was an acquaintance more than a friend, but I worked with him, and when I was working in the deli up in Missoula. And he would always come into work really stoned and loaded, but he always had a great spirit and was a nice person. And he's a friend of a couple friends of mine that they're still, kicking. And he just did something, I guess, really, really dumb and got himself in a lot of trouble. So I think what I want to say is the youth of today. Oh, yeah, and I was watching in Las Vegas something that just was god-awful that had happened. And I'm trying to limit my watching of the media, but sometimes in my feed it'll pop up because I do watch some news. We all watch Maui burn and all that stuff and all of the conspiracy theories and all my friends telling me I'm crazy and, all of the things that have gone on recently. And it's really hard to keep your spirits up when all this is happening. But what I wanted to tell you is, do right. You kids out there, if you watch my channel, if anybody young, in their 20s or early 30s, do right. Do good things. Don't do anything bad. If it's something you wouldn't want done to you, don't do it. If it's something that you wouldn't want to do to your mom or dad, don't do it. Bring back the innocence to our youth. Bring back the niceness and the carefreeness and, all this violence and drug dealing and killing and running people over with your car and all these things that are going on are really, really detrimental not only to your life, but the person you killed running over with your car. I guess what I'm trying to say is you have a lot to live for, and you need to protect that life, and your life is important as well. And if you do something that's going to jeopardize your life, then you're going to go to prison, or you're going to, die, or have other consequences. And think about the consequences before you act. Pretty much, I think about 2 or 3 different scenarios that could happen if I acted one way versus another. And you have to do it in a microsecond. Sometimes life happens really fast to you. And so you make a snap decision and it ends up ruining your rest of your life. So I want everyone to really take it into concern. If you're a parent, tell your kids. If you're an uncle, tell your siblings. If you're an older brother or sister, talk to your siblings, talk to your parents. Have an open conversation about judgment and ethics and what you should do. And what, you don't pull out your phone and record. You call 911 and you run. Or you hide, or you do something about it, but you do it in a lawful manner. And you do something that might be heroic or protecting someone, not hurting or victimizing people. So I'm really upset, and I wish I could start like a school tour and just, go talk to kids every day, go to the auditoriums, and the whole school comes and they introduce me, and I tell them a story of where I made a judgment call that was wrong and how that affected my life for over 5 years. And there were some positive things about it because it triggered the awakening and the other things that I've dealt with. But the honest truth is, I'm worried about our youth. I'm watching our youth destroy their lives and doing it in a millisecond, and then having permanent repercussions on their lives. So the message today is spread the word, spread the gospel, do right, do good things, protect the elderly, protect the innocent, protect the children. And you can protect the children by giving them the knowledge to make a snap decision in an emergency or do something right versus doing something going in the wrong direction. And how easily it can look like, oh, I'm going to make all this money. I got this opportunity and I'm special. And then all of a sudden you're busted and you have 30 years in the prison system. So it just affects me. It hurts my heart. And then there are some people, my brother has made terrible decisions and put major people in harm's way, and as far as I'm concerned, deserves where they're at right now. And hopefully we'll find God and find peace and find some sort of ability to function after this. So it's affecting our whole world around us. And Lori and I, hi Lori.
Hi.
Lori and I live off grid with our dogs, and for that very reason, it limits our exposure to bullshit. If you spend all week up here and you get one day down in town, it's going to limit your... It's like the grandpa in Lost Boys. That's as close as town as I like to get. Basically limiting your exposure to bullshit and doing things that are right and doing things that are going to help you and sustain you and others. And maybe being the rock in the storm, being the person that people go to because they're like, wow, that dude's been solid for months, if not years. And I'm solid because I'm making solid decisions and I'm doing it in an ethical manner where moral and justice are first. So, without harping or preaching, I love you guys, young or old, big or small, black or white, purple or alien, whatever you are. I love you. And I want you to be protected. I want your family to be protected. And, you know, children make mistakes, but some of these children are making mistakes that are going to last them their whole lives. It is still recording. I am just a long run-on sentence. So, anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Lori, if you want to wave, say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Lori has had an amazing life experience as well. You can check her out on Facebook and stuff. And I don't know if you can check you out on Facebook. You can check me out on Facebook, and you'll see some of Lori. You'll see some of Lori's stuff. I'm perfectly public, so I have no problem exposing myself in public. No, I'm just joking. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and yeah, we'll talk soon. Once again, I love you guys. Please protect yourselves and your family. That's all I have to say about that.
Get the puppy. Get the puppy. Look at Daddy.
Hi, Rio.
He's like, no.
Hi, Yucca. All right. Yuccas. With the bone.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. See ya.